story I have shared on my Facebook and on my Instagram page, and I thought, why haven't I shared it on my YouTube yet? Hello and thanks for joining me on another episode of Chit Chat. I am Chinasa, but if you call me Chi, I'll be so proud of you. I have something that has happened in my vicinity that I thought to share with you. So there's this man that we normally call Papa in our area. He speaks the same dialect as my parents. We usually call him an uncle, we usually call him a family member, we usually call him a relative and all that. But whenever you try to know the exact place where he comes from, he would not budge. He would not want to share with you. Unfortunately, he died, and the people that found his corpse had to check his phone and try to see if they could reach his family member, because we knew Papa without a wife, we knew him without any child or any family member. We had to, the neighbors who found his corpse in the house, because he died in the house. In fact, he was in the house, he was in his living room. He just sat down there. He was dead in the living room, but more like he prepared for it or something like that. His door was open. So when it was breezy, the weather became breezy, people were asking, oh, why don't you come and lock your door? Oh, Papa, why don't you come and lock your door? They were not hearing any sound from him or any response. So they thought to help him shut the door. So when the person from outside tried shutting the door, tried closing the window too, that was when the person sighted him inside. He was just lying. Anyways, they tried using his phone to get contact, but unfortunately, in fact, shockingly, the people he saved as brothers or sisters are just neighbors within. In fact, this person made a phone call to the brother, the person that was saved as a brother. It was now the next neighbor that was the brother. Saved as sister. It was not, in fact, my parents were even saved as brothers and sisters in the late man's phone. There was no document showing where he is from, what part of Nigeria he's from, because in the Nigerian setting, when an elderly man like this dies, you take him to where he's coming from. You take his corpse to be buried in his hometown, so that his family will be aware that he passed on. But for months now, there's been nothing. They've gone to Igbo-speaking communities in the area and outside the area, but nothing seemed to be working. So there's been plans now to travel down to Igbo-speaking states, the eastern states. So they would start going to general communities in these states with his passports. He took passports when he was much younger. So they would use that to know where he's coming from. So what does this tell us? Essentially, you build community wherever you go to. Try to let someone know you. To allow somebody know where you come from, so that tomorrow your family will not be saying, oh, my child is in the US, my child is in the UK, my child is in Canada, my child is in Ibadan in Nigeria, but that child is already 6 feet gone. How do you want to explain the trauma your family will go through when they eventually find out that you're gone? It doesn't make any sense. Try to be part of a community in your local church, in a mosque, in traditional meetings and all those things. Please try to associate yourself with people and build community. So on that note, that'll be the end of our video today. See you in my next video. Bye.